Yes. That is the plan, Stan. That was Shonks, of course, hanging out with Chad and Potter. And now we, myself, Machine, and Vendetta, are going to be diving into none other than MIBR versus NIP. Now, certainly not a spot in the Grand Finals on the line, given their previous attempts. I'm just making myself comfortable. Mike, comfortable. Seat. Where do you stand on armrests, Salvor?
I hate them.
I'm kind of pro armrest. Like, if I can get it on the, like, with my mouse arm, I'm down with that.
See, I used to have like a table way back when that looks actually just like bent out like this, which is amazing.
Ooh.
But like on the chair, I feel like I'm constantly bumping into the table, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm pro armrest.
It's tough.
Yeah, but anyway, we actually have some Counter-Strike to be talking about. And this is kind of going to be more of a redemption story, just kind of trying to end on a high here in Sao Paulo, because the home crowd, of course, leaving a little disappointed given MIBR and their shortcomings. We just witnessed NIP actually pushing the boys from Astralis to some extent, as Forest is freaking me out right now. Ready to play some counter, ready to have some fun. I think this is already evidence of what we have to look forward to, Halvor, as it's simply for honor, for pride and prestige, and there's going to be a battler Ivy that Phelps is coming out on top of, comfortably dealing with flying T. Now, back and forth we go. Draken and Forest emerge from from T-Con. Back bullets towards Ivy, and Lekro drive by as he backs away from the site to take Phelps out of that one after the double kill he started this one with. 2 versus 2.
I mean, if you want to look at the bright side for MIBR here, is the fact that Train has been, well, they're more successful. It has been the most successful map for them for the last 3 months. I mean, given how everything has gone so far in this tournament, that you kind of just have to hang your hat on everything you can, or anything you can. Taco goes down to Draken.
Draken has actually, if I had to choose a map to praise him on, I think Train would be up at the top of the list. Very effective with the AWP when things are rolling for him. Bomb goes down. Draken just gets the info towards Fallen. Bomb down, of course, a little further away. Lekro's low, and therefore it's going to be playing a much tighter angle. Draken, if he goes down here, Fallen has a chance for the 1v2. Lekro's low. This is oh so doable, and he does it with style. Finds the head of Lekro, and the Who's will be coming in as well. Yeah,
you can actually hear the crowd getting into it there already. And that's what we're hoping to see a lot more of. Obviously, their last matchup versus Liquid didn't quite go according to plan. This is really their, as you said, redemption game in so many ways. Playing in front of the home crowd, always kind of a special ordeal. You don't get to do that quite often. I mean, considering how international both teams and just the tournaments are.
This quick addressed Draken problem didn't necessarily need to be given Fallen that fight at that time. Of course, Lekro was low, therefore he felt like he had to keep him safe, and Fallen just too damn good. Finds the first for MIBR. As we jump into the second, you'll notice that they have chosen to force NIP. They're bringing 3 AKs into this one, given the bomb down and the multitude of frags. Of course, just 4 in that first pistol. They're able to bring 3 assault rifles and 2 deagles. Majority covered in Kevlar too. I can't hear the game at all. Let me try and change that. There we go. Now I can hear that nade leaving the hands of Taco. It's going to keep Get Right and Rez at bay.
Pretty decent buy, all things considered, for NIP, considering the fact that they got the bombs down. But
that's one of the AKs.
Yeah, it doesn't really protect you from Cold Zero's aim. Just to start, MIBR needs obviously a pretty big get for them if they can send NIP back for a bit of a bonus round.
Oh, I love the trigger discipline, just tapping away, not falling foul to the spray. And it's Phelps and Fur lining them up and knocking them down on round. Second round goes their way as well. That's going to be economic disaster for the Ninjas of investing so heavily into the second round. They're going to be likely conceding this third with just, what, 1 Desert Eagle, 2, in fact. Forest and Lekro going to be bringing in that hand cannon.
Yeah, and even the bigger plus on the side of MIBR is the fact that they didn't lose a single player. So
round 2.
Yeah, lots of money to be made here. So we do see the Deagles on the Swedes. We saw that versus Strauss in the last game. They could definitely do a lot of damage.
I'd be wanting to throw one at Rez. I mean, he was doing mad things with it, but Lekro, of course, equally
crazy. Taco, though, is the one to draw first blood. Just get right down.
Hard adjustment to make. Fallen does it with the scout, though. Scoped in, no worries. Draken a bit of a touch of aggression towards Ivy. He's trying to keep all eyes on him. From Coldzera, Fallen's there too, both looking in his direction as Lekro and Rez, they try to forge a path to the other side of the map. As Attacker keep them at bay, he does so with Flame.
So he's going to go down in Ivy, continuously repeaking, hoping to find a strafing MIBR player running into his crosshair. Doesn't quite pan out for him. So it is the 2 Deagle heroes left, though.
It is. And Rez, we said he wanted him to have a Deagle. Well, he managed to pick up the one from his falling comrade Forest.
Seems like he's also going to be able to pick up a bomb as well. As he moves out of the white walls here. Problem for NIP, obviously, in addition to the fact that they don't have the weaponry and everything, is the fact that they have no map control whatsoever. For all they know, MIBR could be pushed up all the way through Ivy, all the way into T main.
It's going to shave some serious time, as is that Molly, as is that frag. Offered Rez's time to have some fun with his Desert Eagle. He actually is connecting just a couple of bullets. Taco's been brought down, but it will be felt to connect and concede. As NIP fall once again, 0 to them. Here we go though. Byron coming in. We saw a lot of op usage out of NIP in their match versus Astralis on Dust 2. Obviously, Train is a map that lends itself to op usage as well. Maybe not double ops on T side. Might be a little bit optimistic, but we'll expect to see that as the game progresses as well. For now, though, it's rifles only. It's a pretty healthy amount of nades as well. And we are off to the races. Mollies and flashes thrown straight into the eyes of Rez. That's going to keep him locked in connected. If he had any plans for early aggression. All in on the AK. He's dropped it off for Coldzera, who had the higher spawn. Take any sort of early aggression from NIP's side over with that part of the map. Really comes to fruition, but obviously it's a nice little spot to hold for Cold. Hard to clear out really for NIP as well. Valve's notorious for hanging out in this area of the map as well, close to Pop Dog. When he's on his game, it's very hard to deal with. 4-1 split. The CT's so heavily invested into holding this outside area. It's certainly not misplaced. Draken on Pop Dog's about to meet a rather scary double kill. He's going to get one, and actually, he's managed to dart away to keep eyes just a little pulled towards his direction, but Fallen finding Rez really negates any issues that Draken's survival could have caused. Get right in the meantime, start to walk out. Catches Fallen, but back and forth we go. Now Taco. He's been on the edge of this smoke. It's going to start to fade. Forest is anticipating that this will be a frag in favor of the Ninjas. Now 2 versus 1. Coldzera. Bomb is dropped though, so they're going to have to move towards Coldzera to pick that up. Might give him an opportunity, a few wides here. They're both doing it. They're both jiggle peeking. Oh, did he spot the bomb though? I think the call's been made. Yeah. Now he catches a glimpse of the arms. He's feeling winnable. He's looking for the nade. Finds the molly, but is it in time? Now tagged up and fragged up. Forest zips up the body bag for the first for NIP. Nicely clawed back from NIP there. That definitely looks like an MIB around for quite some time. But yeah, Taco, I guess, not necessarily indecision. He makes a choice not to run through the smoke with the second Fallen falls from the top of Green Train. Maybe he would have been better off repositioning. It's always it's a tough gamble, when the smoke fades, who's actually going to get the spot on the other one first. Yeah. Things like light setting can actually matter, depending on how the map is created. It's a whole different array of decisions coming into it. Talking of decisions, their decision was a quick one. Oh, Taco, you have to hit that one. The trail behind, he's not even going to be able to escape. Lekro so fast down that ramp, he couldn't escape now. The sight is all there. Lekro, fantastic. Molotov Fallen. Oh, he forced away from the molly just as they presented themselves. It was Draken on upper. Wow. Hard push yet again. This time, right place, right time. Just enough connection needed for... Just going to use that MP9 to get some extra cash and also an AK. But the round already going the way of NIP. RDR decided very quickly to hold on to their weapons going into the next round. One can't blame them. It's a small price to pay to have another shot at it. Of course, 2 or 3 members of MIBR on the big goose egg, $0. Well, Taco's obviously not going to have too much cash. He might get something dropped from one of his teammates. From Moss, perhaps from Fur, as he has pretty much all the utility he needs already. One frag from Lekro was all it took. Look, Taco gone, and as soon as that molly lands and Fallen whiffs that shot, that's over. Yeah. Save the weapons. Let's have another go. Round 6 now of our last cast live from Sao Paulo.
Good pace from NIP on that inner push as well, because you can see how quickly everything just is shut down from the side of MIBR, how quickly they realize, oh, well, we're not getting this round. That's due to Lekro pushing so quickly up after getting that frag, putting it on the Molotov, not allowing Fallen to get a quick return. He goes out, and Ivy. Kultira, notorious for being one of the toughest Ivy players to deal with in the world for the longest time. And, judging from how NIP are set up right now, we need to show some heroics as well. It's 3 of the players plus Bomb actually is.
You want to talk about notorious train positions for MIBR? Phelps and that Pop Dog.
Yep.
The man lives here.
He pretty much does, and surprising amount of success rate for how known it is. I mean, there was a period of time where you see pretty much the Molotov from White Walls landing outside of Pop Dog to kind of force people inside Pop while you basically either double nade it or throw
double
Molotovs
drop.
down.
I mean, that works too.
Exactly. I haven't really seen that being applied too much against MIBR, but I feel like that would be something really tough to deal with. Well, they definitely know that someone's there now.
I think it hit Fur.
Yeah,
Trying to bait the spray. None of them. Oh, Fur. That is absolutely inexcusable. Phelps goes down after the info was gathered, and he can't get the second. Nice work onto Get Right, though, but Get Right, great moves. Tries to juke them on the ladder. No spray comes through. He knows they're going to be looking elsewhere as his teammates start to converge, and now 2v2. 30 seconds. Ooh, that's good from Fallen. Draken gone all on res. 1v2. 25 seconds.
Bomb on his back. Nearly gets the drop on Taco.
Taco does back away. He knows the pressure's on Rez. Now he's managed to find a safe angle. This is so uncomfortable for Rez. He had to convert that. The flash just ruined everything. That's a fantastic volley. 10 seconds. Rez has to push. Catches it. 5 seconds. Wet.
Another volley.
Oh, Fallen's so low. Surviving. Time's on his side. He hasn't got it. And MIBR find the 4.
Oh, actually finds Rez after the timer goes out as well. Oh man, whew. That was about as close as you could get. Fallen with excellent utility usage. First, we praise Rez for having the presence of mind to force Taco out of his position. Fallen holding on to all that utility for so long, saves the day.
What a round from Fallen. I mean, he even gets the 3rd one here, but it was that flash that saved the day. Oh. Whew, sigh of relief, sweat off the brow. MIBR continue to extend their lead here on the CT side by not too terrible actually from the Ninjas, just a small sacrifice for Get Right, but he's done crazy things with the CZ in the past.
Not as aggressive this time around, and it's going to be Phelps to find someone through the. Yeah, you don't see that work too often, but I mean, if you don't try, you're not going to get any results anyway. So
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Hashtag cliche. And we're off to the races as they stack up in Brown Hall. Strachan just a little late to the party, and Nade's going to be coming to receive 3 members of MIBR are lying in wait, though.
Yeah, that opening from Phelps through the wall allows him to sure up that B-bomb site. Well, let's see if NIP can find an opening in this.
Phelps pushes up close to the smoke. He's expecting a push, and it's Get Right to connect. They start their charge. It's kind of delayed now. The bomb's loose, and Taco, he's behind them all, and catches one with the bomb in his hand. It was Draken, quickly traded by Forrest. 180. To retrieve that bomb, but Coldzera's on the top of the train. Fallen finds the connections on the AWP. We have 5 for MIBR, just 2 for the Ninjas, and now money tight.
Very tight. And that's a situation where information you should be aware of 9 out of 10 times. The fact that Taco plays that air bomb site, that's a given.
Yeah.
And you haven't killed him yet. You haven't found him. He needs to be somewhere. And it's very easy to lose track of those kind of things when you're pushing a lot of chaos, a lot of utility going down. But it's so punishing when it first happens. Kultira and Fallen making sure they handle that 2v2 very nicely. You can see what it matters to Phelps as well. Doing a good job finding 2 kills that round.
It's going to feel good. What might not feel good is Draken getting caught on this side of this.
What do you think about the Lekro purchase here?
I mean,
the sawed-off.
I am expecting big things from that sawed-off. Where's he taking it?
He's lurking about Pop, but this time, for once, Phelps is not inside it. I guess they would have a pretty good grasp of what kind of economy is in this side of NIP as well, so no reason to really go up close and personal and give them more of an opportunity to actually one-shot you. It has been given a bit of ground here, though.
He tagged him, that's not far off. Fallen's looking smooth. using that ladder like it's 1.6, rolling back the years. Coldzera fallen, finding frags.
Electro does so as well with the Glock, nonetheless. Coldzera is there to reply now. Electro talk on Evox. Finds a second one as well. All right, then.
He had the sword off, and he has no health, taken away by Taco's MP9. And should, he got awkward if time was a little tighter, but no, the AWP recovered back into the hands of Fallen. He's got 10 frags already coming into the 9th round of play. This is his map. This was their map.
It really is. I mean, you can't really blame other teams for not wanting to play MIBR on this map. NIP have given them the opportunity, and so far they're making the most out of it.
Yeah,
Did get the chance versus ENCE as well, but at that point they didn't have too good of a time. Coldzera seems to be in a better mood.
Oh, I like all the smiles.
Yeah,
that's positive.
I mean, it's not often you get 2 Glock kills in yard on train versus the full buy. You have to be happy with what the game gives you.
And Phelps back to his usual ways. Actually supported by Coldzera this time. Straight behind him, 2 Orgs on the outside site. Bomb at the moment starting to lean alongside Draken and get right towards the inside site.
They're very optimistic, or they're very brazen about how they play this MIBR. They have nobody covering Ivy at all. Like, not even anyone peering towards it from any of their positions.
For the last 8 rounds, Coldzera has kept them at bay.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's enough. Put your resources elsewhere, and certainly paying off this round.
Yeah, inside is going to be the play. Last time we saw a 3-man defense from MIBR. This time it's only 2. While I say that, Phelps must have heard me. He's lurking his way over towards that B bomb site, holding up higher for the time being. But NIP, they're thinking twice about this.
Is this indecision? Is this a change of plans? The smoke landing on ramp. Get Right chose to back away. The bomb's actually doing even more so, all the way now towards T-spawn, and Fallen. Oh, he's in a perfect position to deal with this.
Question is if he can actually connect this shot.
30 seconds.
Yeah, sweet start popping out of T-main.
5 AK, no long range. You can't take that AWP duel. Fallen actually narrowly misses one, now forced back onto the site. It's going to be the support structure. Coldzera's there to support, but he's gone now. It's all onto Fallen. He's got so many angles to hold. He's only got one. Forced off the position. Fantastic work from Lekro as he finds yet another frag. First of the round.
Bomb's going to go down as well.
Just in the nick of time.
Pretty bunched up towards the bomb train, though. Hopefully they do find the trade onto Fur. Taco in CT connector.
Phelps can do so much damage from this.
Is he going to check? Like,
Get Right's worried about connector. He's so worried about connector. Looks like he's adjusted just in the nick of time. No back, still turned. That's Lekro gone. Forrest and Draken, and Phelps is just knocking him down. Draken, he's got to do it all. Time ticking away. The bomb is on his side. 2 MIBR members both leaning towards it. They start to fake it. They're trying to draw out the fire, and now he's done it. 1 versus 1. Time's not on their side, and he's done it. The Swede finds 3 for NIP.
That's a big clutch moment for Draken right there. I guess not so newcomer, but still fresh inside the lineup. Bringing it back for NIP there, and it was looking pretty good for a long, long time. 4v3 after plant position. It's just NIP not being able to get off the bomb chain in time, just allowing MIBR to get a chance at it. So it does at least do some damage to their economy, but here we are seeing the new economy coming into play as well, actually, with the reset onto the CT side. Not a whole lot of money to work with on the side of the Brazilians.
And they've got peanuts.
They really do.
Or Brazil nuts.
Yeah, a couple of Brazil nuts in there.
Which we've learnt, actually, it can...
Was it Potter?
It repairs your DNA, Anders was telling us. Yeah. Have a couple of Brazil nuts every day.
Something new.
And you'll look young forever.
Can't wait for that to happen.
Of course, Big Nut have taken over esports once again. They've bribed their way in, and now we're promoting them. But jokes about legumes aside, we have got ourselves 4 AKs and UMP for the Ninjas, and just a couple of measly sidearms and SMGs. This is them having a full go, though. They've invested everything they had.
And I like this, though. The
it's aggressive.
Push. Yes, very aggressive.
As soon as they start firing, Fallen's up that ladder. And actually, things are working out well for them. Fallen upgrades to an AK. You got the frag on to Get Right quick. Numbers favor MI. Oh, hello.
And welcome back.
Well, hello there. I don't know if you can hear us yet, but we're just going to operate on the assumption that you can. As it was such a powerful counter, the power lines couldn't handle it. They couldn't process it.
There's too much fire going on.
Speaking of fire, actually, you can see coldzera is on it, too, with the Desert Eagle before going down. And Get manages to creep behind Phelps in the meantime. So we are back into this round, and Max 7 does connect Taco twice with that shotgun. Not even close quarters, really, but still, connections found.
That counts. So does that AK bullet to the head of Taco. That leaves Fallen.
We are apparently now back for you, so we apologize for that one. A bit of a slight technical hitch, but we are back up and running and ready to continue to finish this one off as NIB are a light flamey logo means only one thing.
Five
in a row.
Yeah.
6-7 the score.
When we left you, that was 6-3, if I'm not mistaken, and MIBR, we're still looking on to have a pretty decent CT side here on Train, but things have kind of fallen apart. NIP looking very solid, and I think it's that reset really that just did them in. We saw the aggressive push, obviously, coming into upper halls from I think it was Taco and Phelps.
Yeah, falling on the upper pop dog as well.
Yeah, just netting them 2 kills early, dropping the bomb. But again, if you can't convert that round, you're stuck in no man's land for quite some time. On the CT side, that's a bit of a rough place to be in Res. Well, he knows that there's one player from MIB side there, inside of Pop. It's Phelps, no surprise. But he's not going to wait around. So he can actually close him out. So for the time being, 5 players staying alive on both teams. Res has taken quite a significant amount of damage. I think he got a leg shot from Fallen in there.
Yeah, I mean, Fallen's keeping Rez honest. Every time he crosses it, his life is in
danger.
jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very scary prospect. Fallen's been hitting a whole lot this half. 14 frags so far, a majority with the AWP. Round 14 of this match for pride and prestige. But nothing more. It's been a slow tournament in home soil. We had a great interview, actually. Frankie and Taco.
Very honest.
Very honest interview there. I mean, I think it was very candid as well. Just the fact that you got to hear acknowledging that there's no one else to blame, no outside factors. We've got nothing but ourselves to improve upon.
Right now, though, improvement being seen in this round as 2 men have fallen from the Swedes. I think that a third is Phelps. Let's get right.
Just tries to transfer the spray, but he doesn't have to lose too much health, so still doable. Forrest to support from above, and that's fantastic. coldzera gone now. 2v2. A duel about to commence on the site. Time ticking away. One above him, and oh, Fallen so precise. A quick execution, but they're not holding it. Now Forrest, he's too damn smart for that, but Fallen quick. Looks towards the ramp, and actually 10 seconds. He's got oodles of time, and that's going to be another one. MIBR 7, NIP 7. One last round of our first half.
Yep. And puts NIP in a position where everybody's not going to be able to buy up fully. 3 players sitting at 3,000 and 3,900 respectively. Bit of a bank on Electro and Draken. Draken's going to opt for the AWP. He's opted for, well, he got dropped an AWP actually by Electro. Might be sent over to Forrest. We'll see how that pans out. But yeah, not the ideal buy, but we do see the double ops. That worked out nicely for them versus Astralis. Might be able to do something similar as well as Taco and Fallen holds on to theirs. That's a very important last round of the first half.
How they choose to approach it is with speed. They've already got Draken and Rezdra both looking to post up, one ramp, one upper.
Oh, down they go.
Oh my god, they just flood in. Taco's forced to back away. He's got the AWP. He should be able to catch them on the cross. Does connect. Electro gone. And a second, a quick flick onto Forrest. Taco the AWPer. And now, speaking of AWPs, they've got 2 to try and get this bomb down and take this 15th round home. Rez does manage to connect onto Phelps. Get right's position is crucial here, Halvor.
So is Furs. He's on that long rotate. For now, Draken's holding the corner. That's Fallen out of the game.
I love that he backs away, doesn't choose to overextend. Now Draken catches the flank from Fur. All onto Taco and coldzera. Taco's low, coldzera gone. This looks impossible. He started this round with a double. He'd have to find a triple to close this one out, and that's a fantastic start. 3 now. Bomb about halfway gone. He's going to back away. Yeah, there's just no hope.
Oh, he's picked up a defuse kit, actually. He has to go for it. Too many places to look at once. And IP close out a pretty solid comeback there in the first half, ending up on 8 rounds, winning out the T side. Now, there's a lot of stuff to do on the side of Mibr. If we go back to their ends game on Train as well, that was a bit of a letdown in respects to their T side, only getting 2 rounds versus the Finns. That definitely needs to be improved upon.
How did this go wrong? 5 versus 3.
It's what you mentioned. Get Right's position inside of connector. That just breaks everything apart, especially because he doesn't overcommit as well. Takes out Fallen, immediately just a pressure point that Mibr have to respect.
You have to adjust now. You just can't use this alleyway. This
exactly.
Point of assault, not a sight line, not nothing. Oh, a full eco with some Kevlar. It's the pistol round, Alex. And we're in. I'm a bit thrown off by the fact that we just started the stream twice. I apologize. And Necro, he's not thrown off
paced at all.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
2 with the USP.
Backs off as well. Happy with the catch of the day. Forrest as well chips in. Now tackle all alone, but not for long. He's going to join his teammates in the bin. Pistol round goes to the name of the Swedes. This is rough. I can't really count for those kind of shots coming in from Lekro. What in God's name is that last shot? Dear you mean. So NIP, they do get the benefit of starting on a bit of a better buy here in the second half. P90 out on Get Right. He's not about that MP9 life. No surprise, Rez and Forrest both jumping on that M4 silencer train.
P90,
yeah.
Get Right. I mean, I've seen, he's always had an occasional play.
Drop room combo,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, the P90, it has its uses, it has its price tag to it though as well. Rez quick onto coldzera, and this should be a quick round. Double digits for NIP on the horizon. Yeah,
Draken's there to back up Get Right as well, so he can focus on lower. He's got 50 bullets to play with here as well, and it's non-armored targets.
Yeah, if you ever see Get Right reload in a round like this, then you have to worry. But no, sprays him down. The P90 is perfect for a round like this. No reload necessary. USP will finish it off, and that will be the 10th for NIP.
There we go. Nicely handled by Get Right. Nets himself 4 kills. Well, NIP couldn't have asked for a better start here into the second half. 10 rounds, double digits already. But now they have to phase the music of the rifles on the Brazilian side. Still a P90 in the hands of Get Right. Could have opted to invest into a rifle with 3K saved up. Hoping for a bit of a bonus round. He's actually going to go not inside anymore. He's going to drop in towards Bob.
Okay.
Those close connections at least. He's just going to go up. Okay.
Now, most people consider that the most ridiculous play on Train. It's not a CT maneuver. It is a Get Right maneuver. He's done it with a P90, and he's taken coldzera out of the running.
coldzera with an AK, mind you. This is not an eco round. If that doesn't tilt you, then I don't know what will. Ooh. Forrest doubling up with Rez there. So silence combo.
That is, I mean, Mibr, it's been a tough showing. Now, up against the Ninjas on the Train, you would imagine that this is where they kind of get that pace going, momentum coming into the rest of the year. At the moment, though, it has been a slow start in the second half. Kept things close, of course, let's not forget, but now on the T side, this is all that hard work from the Swedes on their T side. He's now paying dividends. The defensive side, heavily favored on this map.
See what kind of magic Fur can make happen.
Forrest's headshot there has just completely deflated any chance Fur had. Yes, the clock is against him too, 30 seconds, but he does have the bomb, but losing that much health. Down to what, 9? It's just the end of that one. Draken secures it with a headshot. That dink not relevant at all. 11-7. A fun score to say. I like that one.
11-7.
11-7.
7-11.
7-11.
Look at that.
It just looks so crazy.
I think coldzera had the exact same reaction as us.
Yeah. Oh.
What are you doing here?
What? This is my... we're supposed to be up here. You're supposed to be down there. Get Right changes his mind and charges towards him with the P90. And he's not going to be keeping it now as we jump into another. Orc this time in his grasp. And Lekro on that scout, but just Eagles and some Kevlar for the Brazilians. A single smoke as well in the hands of Phelps. We'll see where they choose to utilize that. He starts to posture now towards Ivy and Fur.
Taking a lot of damage, and well, it's going to take a whole lot more as Forrest aggresses in towards that teammate. Well, they're fully aware of the sticky situation Fur found themselves in. Draken finds Taco as he tries to peer through the smoke, and the same thing happens to Phelps and Ivy. So, not a whole lot of overall game plan from Mibr in this round. Just kind of hoping to find some picks here and there. It's not panning out.
I just want to see a spicy fallen round. Train today is not that day, or certainly round 19 is not that round. The 12 coming in for NIP, coldzera the last to fall. Draken closing it down front, connects there. So we have ourselves 20 in the bag, 12 of those going the way of the Swedes.
Quite a bit of money on their side as well. After buying up, Draken sitting on 7.7k. Get right Forest 5.4 and 4.4 respectively. So no early economic woes really for them to be worried about. Even if Mibr were to actually win up this year, there should be enough to buy the books for NIP, but you can see that off coming into play for Fallen. Started off the CT side in a very impactful manner. Needs to do the same thing here on the attacking side.
Get right, that's like just in the nick of time. The bullets confirm it, and actually he's confident enough to try and get the tag through the smoke. Taco, 40 points it has lost for that one, and a deep Molotov. Once again, just deflate Mibr if they wanted to do anything fast. First, considering it.
Very much so. Might be a pop flash here, sending 2 players down at least. There we go. That's the flash. Doesn't last for long, but enough for Fallen to get into position.
Draken almost let Falling set up there. Run away just as their flash came in. Can't be blaming them for that one. Get right, great off angle. Catches Spur on advance. Taco though doing exactly the same to get right. And now from behind, Res strikes. It's not enough. Damage done. If there was a nade, it would be perfect. Lecro has one, but it's not going to arrive. coldzera, his position is primed to find 2 here. They will be checking it. It's Forest and Lecro, the last 2 for the Ninjas.
Spotted 1 at least, but he might not be expecting they're coming in from higher.
It's not going to connect. Time ticking away. Forest just gets the 1 before Phelps finds him. Now Lecro has the kit, doesn't have the frag. Let Taco find second, and Mibr are back into the second half. 8 now for them. The first round of the T side for the Hero Trek.
Yeah, so 5 tries to do so. See though if they can actually string a couple of rounds together here. I mean, even if they win that round, they're not looking at the prettiest of buys.
Were you happy to see Taco returning to the Mibr boys alongside Zeus? Was that?
I feel like it's a bit of a nostalgia move, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's going to be a better iteration of what the previous Mibr lineup was, but again, it's going to require time, and I think it's unreasonable to hold them, I guess, to the same expectations of what the obviously what this lineup did in the past.
Agreed, and there certainly wasn't an Astralis in the form that Astralis are in now.
Yes.
When they were at their dominant era, at their peak, at the apex of their Counter-Strike career.
And one of the scary things, really, is you see the ADR here being dominated by Forest and Get Right, respectively, on the NIP side. The thing you have to consider as well is the fact that they eventually broke off from this lineup. I mean, Phelps has been there. They had success. They won a lot of tournaments, in fact, but they weren't happy with how they would progress, or they didn't think it would have longevity. In fact, they would be able to continue on with this lineup and have the same kind of success they started off with.
And interestingly enough, Fallen's performance just disappeared when Phelps joined that roster initially. Not the case today, certainly not on train for First Blood.
Big get as well. Forest currently leading the way for NIP and frags. Rez might be in a bit of a sticky situation here. Oh, there we see, finally we see that Molotov coming into play, and it works so beautifully.
Brazilian barbecue in Pop Dog. Taco is the one to take that one home, and now just 3 remain. Gerard's got an auto sniper. I'd love to see how far he can get with that one. Lecro's going to be left to his... Never mind, this round is over. Have you ever seen an auto sniper 1v5 at LAN?
I can't remember.
No, not right.
Yeah. If anyone would be the one to do it, it would be Get Right. He is a bit of a connoisseur of the weapon. But Phelps is going to end all hopes of that. And that was a brilliant way to approach it from Mibr. And that's exactly what Mibr did there on the T side, is what I'd like to see teams do against Mibr's CT side, because of how frequently Phelps loves to sit inside Pop Dog. So you put down the Molotov outside first, so you know there's nowhere for him to run. Throw a deep molly. He's either forced to come in towards ladder, where you're already holding it with an angle, or you're just forced to burn.
Well, what I love is that it forces split-second decision-making. The first molly arrives, the second just slightly behind it, and it's either, okay, I die, or I switch to my smoke and deploy it in less than 2 seconds.
And that's a terrifying thing, because obviously Molotov does more damage the longer it's been deployed.
Right.
So you could tell Rez, he was like, oh, I don't need to like
go
diffuse.
towards them.
Yeah, I don't need to put out this smoke because I can just fall back. But then the secondary smoke comes in. It's like, well, now I'm kind of in a rock and hard place. What do I do here?
Yeah, double molly, double trouble. Phelps causing exactly that here as they string together a couple of rounds. MIBR, they needed this. Double digits on the horizon. And Phelps, caught off guard. It is only pistols, so he should be able to survive this one as he seems to be relentlessly jumping. He's going to catch all of these team guys from behind. His Lecro Res gone. Just getting around the USP. He's gone too. Goldzera tucks him into bed.
Thought for a second that was Fur jumping in.
Thought again. Kisses him on the forehead, and we have the 10th.
You are being able to stay alive with 4 players. There's wonders for the T-side economy and what we talked about, the NIP side looking pretty decently in terms of actually being able to buy up again, even after getting reset. Now, similar scenario for MIBR here. Goldzera and Taco both on very healthy amounts of money, same with Fur. See though, if they can actually strike up against the NIP team with the weapons in hand once more.
An exchange of flame. Talking about the one in the bottle, the one in HLTV.
For now, pretty calm pace to the round from MIBR. Hit right.
That catches him through the smoke.
Yep.
Leaf out of Glave's book.
I'm a little bit curious if that is a one-way, but not really showcased on the GoTV. Many players actually do something similar. That's them an opening, but Goldzera finds get right. That's important.
That's huge. That's huge bounce on that. He does. Catches Lecro. Now 3v3. Problems starting to arise. A deep Molotov. Forrest is going to go wide. And Goldzera, he's so low. Down to 7, but still kicking. Still fragging, and the bomb yet to commit. That's what's so interesting. They're pulling the CTs into the site, and Goldzera's executing them. Bomb nowhere to be seen. They don't know where Draken is yet.
They're so worried about a backstab with 2 players holding it. Cole just continues on.
It's an ace. Surely it's an ace. Rez the only man standing. Cole's got no health to work with, but that didn't stop him before. Bomb down now. He's got 4. He's looking for 5. He's going to catch a glimpse of the head as soon as he goes up on that ramp. Rez makes his appearance. All too clear, and Goldzera, a couple of bullets left in the mag. It doesn't matter. No health, no ammo, still frags it. It's an ace from Goldzera, the superstar on home soil. Gets just a little bit of a silver lining, an ace against the Ninjas on train.
And that is so big, salvaging it in a 3v5 situation.
Gorgeous work.
Brilliant. This is why, for 2 years running, he was crowned the best player in the world.
Cool, calm, collected. Quick fist bump with his seasoned in-game leader. Speaking of the Devil, Fallen, want to see some special moves from him. He's gone aggressive towards Con, but didn't find anything earlier. Say that, fires off a shot very close to the head of the CT on train. It was Draken towards bomb train. Forrest up on green. Now get right. Oh, you've got a lot to deal with there.
You're in trouble.
Goldzera, 6 frags. Quick succession from the round prior into this one. Draws first blood. Just the pistols and the Kevlar for the Ninjas. And of course, Lecro, Rez, both of them well equipped with just this sidearm. There's no doubt about it. Goldzera is so hungry. Oh, he's mad. He's going green. Finally shut down by Forrest, but the damage is done. The site is taken. And this round is over. Rez coming from behind. They're waiting for it. And actually, just narrowly missing the shot. It's going to be hunted down now as they group up. 3 of them. Taco, Fallen, Phelps. They all want his blood. And tags up another one. Phelps pushing in. My goodness, he's been given a chance, a real chance to do some economical damage in this round. Backing away now with the Deagle. Catches. What? 2! Taco's head's rolling too. Sure, the round, it's gone the way of MIBR, but Rez, he's getting some style points.
Did he get Taco while Taco was jumping?
I think he jumped for info and he just took him through the corpse of his fallen comrade. That's madness. Oh. And don't worry, he'll keep hold of his powerful weapon. I say that. There is still Fur on the hunt. Rez is ready for him, trying to find the shot. He's connected the first and another. Rez so good with that Deagle. He'll take an AK for his hard work.
That was well deserved.
Wow, MIBR.
Yeah, he's like shaking his head right there. He's like, I have no idea what happened.
None of us do.
What in the world was that? Yeah, we need to see that again. He actually shoots a second bullet, in fact. I think that's just like off of, like, it doesn't even react to the fact that, yeah, Taco's just like, what the hell?
I'd be shaking my head too, my goodness.
Oh, man.
It was a 4v1. Rez managed to leave with an AK and a 1v1.
Oh, we have to think of the full picture, though. That is 5 rounds in a row for MIBR.
We certainly do.
Well,
double AWP pulled out by the CTs now. This is often a sign of the times. The CT side opts for this. You're looking for a new answer.
Oh, is Forrest going to get flashed in?
Oh, no flash, dry. And Fur welcomes him with a smile and a frag.
So does the crowd. Starting to really get into this now. Starting to eye MIBR's potentially first win here at the Blast Pro Series. Nobody checks the corner for Lekro. Phelps. Surely he gets punished now.
He should from behind. Phelps. How is he not dead? Finally, but Fallen actually catches Fur. This is problems now. 3v3. Rez so quick with the AK. That AK he worked so hard to achieve. And now Taco walking into the site. Rez gets another with this AK-47. Just Taco, he's low. 60 seconds, he's going to have to try and back away. He does manage to scarper away with not only the bomb, but his life. Kraken. He's going to be smoked off, flashed off. Oh, Taco, he's trying to play the mind game, trying to draw them in. He's making so much noise, they're going to know he's coming. Rez ready to receive. And that's another for the Ninjas. 13 now.
Man alive, Lekro. The fact that he's able to stay alive in that corner and actually gets a frag out of it as well. Phelps uses so much time to actually get the return as well. And I have no idea what happened with Fallen, how he connects onto Fur. All kinds of madness happening there, and that should have been around. Like, it started so well off for MIBR. And again, if they down Lekro in that position, the world's their oyster.
Certainly is.
And now instead, I mean, now you can see the result of them actually losing so many players to Rez. It's not a whole lot of money. I mean, they will get a buy-in, but, you know, whatever they had in terms of the bank, it's gone.
It's either Fur has nades or Fallen has an AWP.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, you go for an AWP on Fallen, give for pretty much, well, a flashbang.
Yeah, sure. Well,
send him as the martyr into whatever bomb site you want. And it seems like they want to talk things over, yeah, deliberating whether or not they want to give utility to Fur. They actually go that route.
Yeah, there was an AK on the ground. Didn't quite see that. It's a shame you can't see the money actually on that UI. Still, round 26 as we venture into another one. It's nice and close. MIBR looking for some degree of redemption. Gerright's riding solo on that inner site right now. If he gets tested early, this could be problematic. Does have the smoke. As soon as he meets contact, meets resistance, that smoke is going to be deployed. Here's the nades. Deploys one of his own as soon as the steps continue. There it is.
Quick rotation from NIP though. 3 players on that inner bomb site. This is exactly what NIP ran into on their inner push as well. Draken posted up here.
He doesn't miss those. If you walk in, if coldzera is brave enough to walk in,
surely not, but there has to be a flash, right?
You would assume at least a flash over the top.
Smoke will do the trick as well. In they go.
Forrest is blind, but not in the nick of time. Attack across into the side, kept safe by Gerright. Now coldzera makes his presence known. Forrest catches him from beneath, and now Phelps is going to not only get the frag, but get that bomb down. Draken in the meantime catches 2. What? Fallen and Phelps both fall first with the smoke. He's looking for a double. He connects. 1v1.
Oh, really expect Lekro though. He's coming in from connector, but he's very late on the rotate, so that might actually lead Fur to believe that this is backstab.
Oh, this is smart from Lekro. By staying on that train, if he does hear that plant, he can check wide immediately. And actually talking of wide, he's first expecting it, but Lekro, he had the health and he had the aim. 14 now for the Ninjas. Close, but no cigar.
Lekro breathing a sigh of relief there. All right, very hairy all of a sudden. Fur getting so far forward while all the chaos is happening because NIP with the 2 initial defenders outside of Draken, Forrest and Gerright, were so far forward in the bomb site. And it seems like everyone's focused on, well, everyone thought all the action would be happening there. They're just darting along the 3rd train. Nearly clutching it out. And that's another timeout for MIBR, you'd have to assume. Not a lot of money to work with here.
They're running
no
out of
bomb
options.
plant. Yeah, Taco could get an AK. Same thing for Fur. But the rest of the players would be pretty limited in what they have to bring into the weapon round. So do they want to go for the tie? Keep in mind, in Blast Pro Series, there is no overtime. 15-15 is just 1 point for each team. So do you go for glory, or do you just try to salvage 1 point at the very least if you're MIBR?
It looks like they'll be opting for the first of those options. Glory, they want the victory.
Still left themselves a bit of a cushion as well here, though. See, though, enough utility to at least smoke off Yard. Potentially get close positions. That's what we need as well.
Just pistols and nades. Their fate hanging in the balance. Here on train. And Rez, oh, it's just perfect. Lekro's there to get the first. Rez just goes wide at the edge of that smoke, and the round's as good as over. Looking for just 1 point then. That's all MIBR have available to them now. unless Coldzera does something absurd. Not to be. Forest will finish it off, but to Jerry on top, we have 15 for the NIP squad, and now just MIBR up against the wall. 3 rounds to overcome. It's not impossible, of course. They got strung five together in the middle of this T-half.
They did, and now it's NIP on a bit of a run. That does mean there's a bit of loss bonus accumulated on the side of MIBR as well. And again, they can't really afford to lose rounds at this stage. So
Margin for error is a big fat 0.
Yeah. Sadly, you don't get to take the loss bonus as prize money.
No, that would be a tournament structure. Oh, get right. So scared. He actually dropped the smoke a little too short, but the Molotov's on the other side. He doesn't expect Taco to be so brave. He just charges through the Molotov, a smoke of his own, but Rez,
how
why is this so quick? What is he's got his Nikes on. He's just sprinted, and now from behind he strikes. Phelps goes down. They can't quite comprehend it. How? They ask themselves. And Rez, well, he's just having no worries. Takes 2 before Fair finds him, and now 3v2. Actually, Lekro, he's under a lot of threat. As soon as that smoke fades, Coldzera takes him. Oh, that jump. Oh, but still with the Orc, he connects. Fallen Fur. It's all on you.
No Molotov to play from higher with for MIBR either. Fallen still careful of that backstab. It's not going to be happening though. Fur's getting naded down to bits and pieces.
He's got one flashbang. He's going to put it on towards long. Here they come through the smoke. Lekro will be there. Up high, you have Forest in support. They start to group up. Time ticking away. They haven't got time for this defuse. Forest, he gets the first. Now they have to cover. Where's the smoke? Where's the frag? There it is from Fallen. Now it's all on one man. Forest, he's punching in the ditches. Fallen spraying wildly. He connects and they continue. Extended by Fallen. He keeps hold of that AK-47 as well. Match point for NIP is squandered. Plenty more to go in the bank, but it was Taco's charge that really started things off, ignited things. He got the first, the second as well, and that was job done.
Yeah, and the fact that they're able to kind of recuperate after the chaos that Rez creates.
I mean, he must have just been so close to pop, he just held W the whole time.
He's like, look at what Get Right can do, or whatever Get Right can do, I can do better.
Yeah.
That's the mantra.
He'll be getting that on his forearm if it continues like this.
Get Right, though. He wants to show people up again. Aggressive push through the smoke as well.
You don't lose these rounds. Oh no. This is an NIP signature. Pistols in the kill feed. Deagles, Perez, it doesn't matter. He's rocking it akimbo. And speaking of, it was now just 2 versus 1. Draken.
It swings so quickly.
Actually, this looks like it should be the 14th, but Draken's got other plans. That's an AK and a frag. That was the bomb too. Oh no, not like this. 2 for Fallen so far.
At least Fallen has still a healthy amount of HP on his side. No nades, no utility. Has to expect Draken to be in here.
Does pick up the bomb, picks up a nade as well.
Does he actually go up? This is crazy.
This is madness. Draken, he's not going to be expecting this. Catches a glimpse of his tail. Fallen can't make his mind up, and no, that's it. It's a disastrous end. MIBR, they fall. NIP get themselves that magic number 16, and they get a big W under their belt.